A live look now at Englewood Beach, Florida, where Debby has been downgraded to a tropical storm after making landfall in the state this morning as a hurricane. Forecasters warned of life-threatening storm surges in Florida and major flooding across the southeastern states. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency for 61 counties expected to be impacted by the storm. DeSantis is warning that flooding from the storm could continue later on into the week.
We have seen significant storm surge. We have seen inundation. We have seen and will continue to see flooding in various parts of the state of Florida. This storm is expected to move throughout north central Florida and likely go into Georgia and the Carolinas.
Parts of Georgia will feel the impact of Debby. Meteorologist Chessie McNeil with your 11 Alive impact forecast for us right now, Chessie. So we know we're not going to really feel it here in the metro, but our neighbors are getting ready.
Yeah, southern portions of our state, like places like Valdosta, right, will be already hit really by some of that heavy rain already down there. They got flood warnings there already. You can see as the storm was even moving inland, a lot of that rain was pushing further off to the north. It's the northern end and the eastern part of the storm. That way you feel the brunt of the impact, and that's what's taking place in our southern portions of our state and over toward the east as well, and that will continue to be the case pretty much through the day today as the storm slowly makes its way further off to the north. There's Valdosta. You can see over toward Fargo, St. Mary's, over toward Brunswick. That's where a lot of that heavy rain is starting to pile right on up a little bit there, and the winds will continue to increase as well as the center of circulation gets a little bit closer to the area. Yeah, Waycross, you're included in that as well. Again, most of the southeastern portions of our state really feeling the impacts. Here in North Georgia, not much going on. As you can see, our winds are still on the light side, but those will start to pick up a little bit as we head further into the afternoon. Clouds inching closer to the area, and they will have something to say about our high temperatures today, but we are starting to see some of those clouds begin to fill in. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies will be the call from Atlanta southward today. Up here to the north, you got plenty of sunshine now, and I think you'll hold on to it for much of the day before those clouds begin to move further off to the north. Temperature-wise, well, we're in the 80s. Look at this, right at 80 degrees, Peachtree City and down toward LaGrange, where we've had a little bit more sun. Over into George's Rome, you're at 84, 85 up toward Dalton, 79 degrees, the cool spot up in Clayton, 85 in Duluth. You got 82 degrees right now in Covington. Notice the tornado watches associated with this storm as it continues to slide further off to the north, mainly over toward the east, right along the coastline. You got that onshore flow coming in. You get that friction that takes place. You get brief spin-ups taking place, and so that's what's happening down there as well, along with that heavy rain. Here's a better look at the storm and the particulars on it. You can see now a tropical storm with winds up to 70 miles per hour, moving to the northeast at about 8 miles per hour. So really starting to slow down as it continues to slide further off toward the north and east. That slow down just means heavier rain being dumped in a lot of areas, and so you're talking about a lot of flash flooding taking place. That on surge flow for the winds over toward our eastern seaboard. So we'll continue to watch that as well. Latest track from the Hurricane Center continues to push this further over toward the east. So even now, the cone of uncertainty, all of North Georgia has been taken out of that. That's mainly over into South Carolina. And with each run, we've been noticing that more easterly push. So it will move over southeastern portions of the state, will move back out to sea, and then make its way further inland, back over into South Carolina, and eventually into North Carolina. But it keeps pushing it further over toward the east, which means less impacts here, especially for the rain. We're not looking at much at all. An isolated shower or two possible this afternoon. The bulk of that will stay down to the south and east of us. So you got all the flood watches there as well. In fact, flood warnings down to the south already because of the heavy rain, but your watches are well east of our forecast area. Here's Eatonton here. That flood watch begins a county over. So Warrington, Edgeville, over toward Wadley. That's where we're going to find the potential for some flooding right on through Thursday, as a matter of fact. Now, winds will feel it. Our winds will start to pick up. Sustained winds anywhere between 10 and 15 miles per hour. The gusts will be in the 20 mile per hour range this afternoon. We'll see that begin to trail off just a little bit tonight, and then tomorrow it picks back up again. You're looking at that 20 mile per hour range over toward Eatonton. Could get as high as 30 miles per hour as far as the gusts go, even into the Athens area. And even on Wednesday, we'll be looking at those gusts still up there in the 20 mile per hour range, especially for our eastern most counties. For the rest, as far as the rainfall goes, again, not much. So that's going to be the impact around here. Just those gusty winds, anywhere between 20, 25 miles per hour. So you need to tie down any loose items that you have on your porch or your patio before the winds really start to pick up this afternoon. Forecast direct model shows, again, that we only have an isolated shower or thunderstorm around the area later on this afternoon. Back up to near 90 for your Tuesday. By Wednesday at 93. We'll stay close to the 90-degree mark for the rest of the week with very low threats for rain. so you will get decent amounts of sunshine for the rest of the week. Aisha?